Hey guys, Spencer here with HM Massage. Today I'm going to go over my neck massage routine, both when they're face down or prone and facing up, supine. I do a lot more neck work when they're face up in the supine position, but if I start them face down in the massage, I'll always start off with a little bit of neck work face down to try and get the neck warmed up and ready for the deeper work. This was pretty requested, so I'm gonna chime in and explain the techniques as I do them and my mindset on why I'm doing them, so you guys are able to use them on somebody else and make their day a million times better. So here I'm doing a lot of petrissage movements, which is a lifting, squeezing routine. And then I'll move up and start doing circles at the base of their occiput. This is an area that gets very tight on a lot of people and is a major headache causer, so it's a great area to spend a lot of specific time and get some specific work in there. I'll also use my knuckles to dig in deeper on the upper traps, and I'll alternate between kneading the upper traps and then doing the circles on the neck and occiput. And I'll usually only work a minute or two when they're face down before I flip them and work more in the face up position. And here's a cool finisher I like to do, where I'm kneading and squeezing with one hand, and the other hand I'm slowly sliding down the back, and that just connects the neck to the rest of the back. And onto the supine face up position, I'm always warming up by working their shoulders and pecs a little bit, because the shoulders are often rounded and tight, so they need the work. You'll also notice her mouth moving a lot. That's because we were chatting along, so just ignore that. But it doesn't affect the massage at all, and it's actually a really good skill to learn how to communicate and give a good massage. So I'll start the deeper strokes by using my knuckle into the upper traps and levator muscles, that area right where the shoulders connect to the neck. Using my fingertips, I'll work the front of the neck as well. The anterior portion has these muscles called the scalenes, and those are really vital to work because that's where a lot of numbness comes, as well as trigger points that can cause headaches. And in balancing all things, after working the front, dig in underneath their traps as well, so that you can work the back of the neck. Here we're doing some of the same strokes, but now we're going a lot deeper, and as such we're going a lot slower. Always with massage, the deeper layers you get, the slower you go. Really targeting the sides of the neck along her transverse processes of the spine, as well as some of those suboccipitals. And I'm just tracing from the traps down the scalenes across that clavicle or collarbone, working all the muscles in between. And as a note, I am doing this to both sides of her neck, but for the video, I'm only showing you the one side of the neck, just because you can't see the techniques on the other side. So just note to always balance out the massage. And it looks like I'm really overworking this one side, but this whole routine was about 25 minutes. And so I have been trading off from side to side, rocking her head very slowly in between. In between transitions, I'll also cup her head in my hands and dig my fingertips right into her subocciput in that little divot at the base of her head. Here I'm really starting to pin down on the muscles, almost targeting more of a trigger point hold, and that's really to help separate not only the muscles but the fascia and connective tissues in order to let her muscles breathe and let those impinged nerves be free. Go slowly here though. A lot of people have a lot of tenderness in the front of their neck, and it's a vulnerable area, so just have them breathe through any discomfort. And as I said earlier, I've done this to both sides, but now we're getting into the deepest part of the massage, where we're also going the slowest, but you can see the blood flow and how red her neck is getting. And while I do not use my thumbs very often, it is okay to throw them in occasionally to get some very deep tissue work, specifically focusing on a muscle belly in the neck. Vibration, rapidly shaking your fingers, is also a good way to ease into the depth. But as we come to a close, I always pull the neck with light traction, and I'm digging my fingertips, doing circles into their subocs, right where their neck meets their head. And when the neck's done, you can take it right into your awesome ear and head massage.